My name's Rafael, you're watching Rock and Roll Garage, and today we're going to talk about which other names Metallica considered when they were choosing the name for the band. But first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, leave your comment, tell me what you think, if you like the other names or not. And if you don't want to watch the video, you can go to the description and read the article we wrote about this, okay? Well, back in 2001, the band talked in an interview with Playboy magazine about which other names that they considered when thinking about, until they came up with Metallica. Actually, it wasn't them who came up with Metallica, and I'm going to tell you that. And the band's drummer and co-founder, Lars Ulrich, the band was formed in 1981 by Lars Ulrich and James Hetfield. And he told Playboy magazine they had about 20 other possible names back then. So the first one was Nixon. I mean, you know, metal bands have the strangest names we can think of. There are many strange names for metal bands. But Nixon, I don't think it would work that well, right? I think it's a little bit weird for a band like Metallica. I don't think it would fit their sound. The second one would be Hell Driver. Well, I think that's a mean name for a band. I mean, Hell Driver. But it feels like a hard rock band, in my opinion. A band like AC/DC, you know. Hell Driver would sound a little bit more like that. So, you know, I think it would be more for a hard rock band, maybe Hell Driver. And, you know, the third option was Blitzer. I think that's maybe the glammest name they could came up with. These are four names that Ulrich told the magazine that they thought about it. And Blitzer, it sounds like a glam rock band, right? It doesn't sound like a thrash metal band, a heavy metal band like Metallica. So Blitzer, I don't think it would fit that well with the group, right? And the final option for the name was Thunderfuck. Well, I don't think this would be that good. I think it could sound like a band that would be, you know, making music to be funny. You know, I don't think that Thunderfuck would fit that well with Metallica's work, and if people would take them as, you know, so serious. So I don't think that would really fit it, right? But please tell me if you like any of these options. But talking about how the band came up with the name, actually, it wasn't any Metallica member that gave this this opinion that suggested the name. It was actually a friend of them, and Lars Ulrich recalled this in an interview with NPR back in 2017 that you're gonna read here. And he said, "Well, I came up here actually in the spring." He's talking about California. Well, I came up here actually in the spring of 1981 and ended up at Kegger over on Strawberry Hill. I met a bunch of really cool San Francisco kids. One of them was named Ron. He told me that he wanted to start his own fanzine. Well, a fanzine, it's actually if you don't know what it is, it's a magazine made by fans. You know, it's not made by journalists or anything. It would be made by fans. Back then, since there wasn't an internet, people would have fanzines, and fans would talk about things they like. He continued, like a hard rock fanzine, where he would wrote about all his favorite bands. He asked me whether he should call the fanzine Metallica or Metal Mania. So I suggested that he call it Metal Mania. And then Lars laughed in an interview. So that's where Metallica got their name. It was actually from this guy called Ron. And, you know, he accidentally named one of the most influential and famous heavy metal bands of all time. Probably nowadays the biggest metal band active in music, maybe the biggest rock and roll band active, since they're playing to sold out stadiums and etc. all over the world. Maybe now that AC/DC is active again, they had a good other band to compete with them. But certainly Metallica is one of the biggest rock and roll bands probably in the last 3 decades. So, well, I think that Metallica fits them well. I couldn't see them as with any other names. Please tell me if you think any of these other names would be good. And that's it. I hope you liked the video. It's a curious thing about the band. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, help us out, leave your comment, like the video, and please visit rockandrollgarage.com. Okay? See you later.